how to spend that stimulus money. Hey guys, it's Brett. Thanks for joining my channel where we talk about money, how to use it, how to get more of it. If you haven't heard, if you haven't been watching the news, haven't watched any of my previous videos, you're likely getting free money from the government in the form of a stimulus package. Just to refresh you on the terms, it's if you make under $75,000 as a single person, you're going to get $1,200. If you're married, joint filing, make less than $150,000, you're going to get $1,200 each, so $2,400 combined. And then if you have kids, you get $500 with kids. So if you're married with two kids like me, that's $24 plus $500 for two kids, that's $3,400. It'll be at your house in probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. If that was confusing, you're not sure if you qualify, I threw a link in the description for a stimulus calculator. It'll tell you if you qualify, and if you do, how much you will make. But you're getting the money. What should you do with the money when you get it? Well, first I'm going to go over a couple of the basic stuff that you heard me talk about before, and then in the second half of the video I'm going to get a little bit creative on maybe some things you could do that you haven't thought of yet. So what's the first thing you should do with the money? Well, before you invest, before you create a savings account, before you pay off any debt, before you set up a Robinhood account using the link in the description below to get a free stock, number one, most importantly, make sure that your essentials are covered. Food, shelter, transportation, clothing, utilities. Make sure your bases are covered. There's a lot of people negatively impacted by what's going on. If you've lost your job, you're going to need this money. Save the money. Use it for food, shelter, transportation, clothing, utilities. Cover your basics. Number two, take the money, put it in a high interest savings account. When I say high interest savings account, it's not just your generic savings account at your local bank or credit union. That's going to pay you 0.05% on your money. There are high interest savings accounts out there, typically through online banks, that will pay you a much higher percentage for your money. I've used Wealthfront in the past, but currently I'm using Ally Bank because Wealthfront reduced their savings rate from 1.5% to 0.3%, but Ally Bank is what I currently am using. They still have a 1.5% savings rate for any money that's just sitting in your savings account. If you need the money, you can get it. You can transfer it to your main bank, 1, 2, 3 day transfer. Not a problem. The money's still there. It's liquid. There's no withdrawal fees. It's a high interest savings account. It's what you should do with your emergency fund. You're not going to make a ton of money. 1.5% interest rate on return isn't a ton of money, but it's for your emergency fund. Even at a 1.5% interest rate, you're still going to get edged out by inflation, but it's much better than your 0.05, 0.09% that you're getting from your local credit union. And again, that money's liquid. You can get it if you need it. Obviously, if you're anticipating needing the money immediately, well, don't throw it into a savings account. You're going to wait a week and pull it back out. There's going to be no significant return on the money. If you're anticipating you need it in the next couple weeks, just keep it. Just put it in your checking account, put it in your local bank, and then take it out as you need it. Number three, what you should do with the stimulus money, jackhammer that like button. No, seriously, likes, comments, subscribes, it really helps me out as I'm trying to grow the channel. I'd really appreciate all of your support. If you do have topics that you like to see next, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Number three, what you should do, so if your bases are covered, if you feel like your job is not going to be negatively impacted, maybe you work at a hospital or an industry that's still kind of going, you can work from home, no problem. So you feel secure in your job, you've got your emergency fund, you've got all your bases covered. What should you do? Look for any high interest debt. If you have any high interest debt, anything over about 5%, maybe you can use this stimulus money to pay off some of that high interest debt. If you're paying 18% on credit card debt, you're not going to beat that in the market, especially right now. The market is super volatile. So if you've got a credit card debt out there, take the money, put it on your credit card, pay off your credit card. You're going to get an instant 18% return on your money. You're not going to beat that, at least not this year. So pay off all high interest debt, anything over 5%. If you got a HELOC out there floating around 7-8%, pay it off. If you watched my video from a couple weeks ago about how to invest during a recession, you'll see that I was dollar cost averaging. I'm still doing that. You could take a portion of the stimulus money. You could dollar cost average into the market if you want. But if you're not investing, if you're not already investing, if you're unsure about investing, wait for the market to stabilize. Right now, it is volatile. We had the worst day in the last 100 years, and then the next week we had the best day in the last 100 years. So it is all over the place. If you're sitting on the sidelines, just chill for a little bit longer. If you're already got on an investing plan, you can continue on that investing plan. You can use some of this money on that investing plan. Now on to some of the more creative solutions. Number 4, invest in yourself. If you're like me, you're working from home, you might have a little bit more time in this weird season. Take some time, invest in yourself. Take a crash course on a subject you wanted to learn. Get your real estate license. Go to a online coding boot camp. Get a certification in project management. Each of those, couple $100, maybe take a week. I took a course on video editing so I can get better at making videos for this. Take a master class on comedy. Take a cooking class. All these things you can do online at home with the extra time. Do some stuff, spend a little bit of this extra money, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, make yourself better. Number 5, if you're self-employed, look at spending some of this money on advertising. A lot of the big companies have pulled back. Everybody's scaling back. We're likely headed into recession. So there's not as many players. There's not as much competition out there in the online advertising space, which means 1, your rates are probably going to be cheaper as far as reach goes. You're probably going to be able to reach more people for less money. 2, there's not going to be as much competition because a lot of people are scaling back. So if you're an individual business owner, a sole proprietor, and you're out there building your hustle and you're trying to grow your business, maybe consider taking a little bit of that money and putting it towards advertising dollars. You might get more bang for your dollar than you would have 6 months ago or that you will a year from now. This could be an opportunity to build your business and get more coverage. Plus, it's probably going to be cheaper. Number 6, consider buying a car. Because the economy is going the way that it's going, there are going to be people who are getting rid of cars that they maybe don't need. You're going to have to find dealerships that have more inventory than they were expecting. There's going to be less people in the market. You might be able to get a good deal that way. If you don't have a car at all and you're getting, let's say, $3,400, go buy a clunker. Go pay cash, buy a clunker, buy something with 120,000 miles on it. It may not look pretty, but let me tell you,
it's better than the car you don't have right now.
So there may be opportunities if you're shopping for a new vehicle, private party, you may find some good dealership opportunities, some promos, things like that. Number 7, what to do if you do get some stimulus money. Donate to your favorite nonprofit, or don't forget your local church. These people and the people that work for these organizations are just like us. They're negatively impacted just like us. They have families just like us, and they need money to survive just like us. So if you're a regular giver at a certain nonprofit or you tie to your local church, continue to do that even if that organization is not providing the services or the benefits to the community that they normally would. There's still people there. There's still people who have given up maybe more profitable, more lucrative careers to ultimately try and give back to the community in some way. Even when economic times are hard, don't forget them. They still need our help. It's important to be generous. We should take care of them for serving us. So there you have it. Those are my 7 ideas of things you can do with your stimulus money. If you have more ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Also, any videos, any questions that you have, drop it in the comments and I may answer it in a next video. Thanks, guys.